Just before we start this month's episode of Pinch and a Punch, here's a quick explanation from Will Fort on the storyline for survival game The Forest.
Where's my son?
Thanks, Will.
What do we mean when we call a game an asset flip?
Hey, asshole, get up off your couch. Get a flip. Anyone can do a flip. Flip every day.
In this video, we'll examine...
Damn it, Bertrand, I didn't get to do my intro.
Oh, go on then.
Well, you've ruined it for me now.
And now you've ruined mine, you ridiculous fool.
Sorry.
I've wanted to make this video for years. I cannot believe that you just... Wait, what?
I said I'm sorry.
Well, I appreciate that, Dingo. Do you want to help me out, or...?
What would you like me to do for you, buddy?
Well, here's a list of all the things I'll need for this video. Why don't you organise them for me?
I'm not sure I can source all of these, matey.
You could always ask our criminally underused research AI, Visky, to help you.
Hey, Visky, do you want to give me a hand with this stuff?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. Okay, we're off now, Bertrand. Best of luck, matey.
Whoever's doing the visuals for this is fired.
It's me. That was my idea.
Oh. What do we mean when we call a game an asset flip?
Anyone can do a flip.
In this video, we'll examine the philosophy of what it means to be an asset flip.
Flip.
First, though, let's get a definition of the term itself. According to my research, the term asset flip was first coined by the controversial yet immeasurably charismatic YouTuber Jim Sterling in his video, which was aptly titled The Asset Flip.
Flip.
Where's that first clip, Dingo?
Oh, sorry, hang on. Yep, here we go. I've got it here.
I'll let Jim introduce himself. Jim Sterling is a pro-consumer entertainer who's not afraid to call out game developers, large or small, on their many toxic and anti-consumer practices. So what does he mean when he calls a game an asset flip?
Flip.
Dingo, what are you...
Sorry, I was watching the video. He's a bit good, isn't he?
Yes, he is. How about that clip, Dingo?
Oh, right, yeah.
In other words, an asset flip is a game which uses only or mainly pre-existing, including store-bought, graphics and sounds or assets in an uncreative way.
But I do that with my games.
Which you don't sell and you often modify the graphics for, even if it's just changing the colours or adding graffiti to the walls.
Okay, cool, but why is that any better?
Well, that's what this video is all about, isn't it?
Do you mean this video that took like 5 minutes to even explain what an asset flip is? And are you going to mention the fact that most people originally used the term asset flip to describe a game that was literally just the engine's how to make this type of game tutorial demo with new graphical assets, which was then sold as an actual game? Or how run-on sentences are lazy writing?
Well, I was going to, but I don't need to now, do I? Don't you have some more clips to find?
Yes, I do. Come on, Visky.
Is that environmentally friendly?
Sure, why not?
At this point, you might be wondering, but Bertrand, so what if someone uses assets they paid for to make a game? How does that harm anyone? So here are 3 ways that asset flips harm the video game industry, which, frankly, is already doing more than enough to harm itself as it is. You ready, Dingo?
Yeah, matey. Take us away, Harry. Number 1. Asset flips can lessen the overall quality of games in general. I'm sure we've all got workmates or fellow students that just do their work half-heartedly. How does that make you feel? Angry? Disappointed? Ambivalent about your work? Given that so-called AAA game devs are already, for the most part, incredibly lazy, is it really wise to give them even more of a reason to just be creatively bankrupt wang lords? Imagine a world where Halo just used the assets from the original Doom instead of its own graphics and sounds. Sure, it'd still be fun, but would it have been such a breakout hit which would then go on to impact gamers the world over? Imagine a world where BioShock just used barely changed assets from System Shock 2, not that they could have legally, or no, just work with me here. Would it still be lauded as the great game that many people, including me, think that it is? Or would people just half-jokingly call it System Shock 3? Imagine a world where Age of Mythology was literally just a reskin of Age of Empires, instead of having wildly different civilizations with wildly different game mechanics each. Okay, that's probably not the most popular example on the list, but you can see my point, I'm sure. The less creative that the industry becomes, the less important that video games in general become. Art should be about finding new ways to share new ideas, not about repeating ways to copy and paste crap. Number 2. Asset flips contribute to creators getting less work. Are you tired of asset flipping?
No, we scrapped that. We're not doing that bit anymore.
Damn! And the bid is gone. If you're going to spend money on a bunch of 3D models, why not offer the same amount of money to a 3D modeler? If you're going to spend money on some music, why not try offering the same amount of money to a musician? If you like the look or sound of some free content, why not chase up the creator and see if they're interested in doing some paid custom work for you? Even if it ends up costing more than buying or pirating store-bought assets, at least your game will have a unique aesthetic, and that's priceless. Apart from the cost of the assets, you know what I mean? And I can tell you from experience...